Boo, baby, boo, 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 boo. Got level 66. What am I? I'm gonna be like level 80 by the time I beat the game. What the hell is this? Hold on.
Four Benevodons defeated so far.
Only 4 left! We're halfway there! We have made it halfway. Do not lose this enthusiasm. We must...
Alright. Really don't need to mess with these guys at all.
This battle should be over quickly.
Frying cat!
You guys have anything new?
Well, I have a wide
Oh, you do?
variety of weapons from you to Peru. A perfect choice, I must.
It's good quality.
What are you guys doing?
I have an eye for quality.
I had wanted this.
Alright.
You're welcome. Come again.
Yep.
Welcome. Without quality armor, it won't matter how. These should do me well.
What's good? This is good quality.
Okay.
Looks useful.
These should do me well.
I have an eye for quality.
This is useful.
These should do me well.
I had wanted this.
Come again.
Everybody's decked out in new gear. Hawkeye's cloak is gonna drive me crazy.
Never knew a valley like this was near Stone Split. Never knew a valley like this was near Stone Split Gap.
There's a Benevodon presence nearby. Let's search!
Glitch! Slash! First is
Alright.
heavy. We should buy stuff to lighten the load.
Pretty straightforward.
Watch out for the enemy! Go back! Try to get it. For money? Buy some new equipment. Okay, give it to me.
Not really a place I could go, huh?
Do not let easy Easy targets cloud your judgment. We cannot delay.
Oh god.
That was close.
Yeah. I don't think I even care to get anything here. I don't need anything.
Just take the
I can
fight
just rush through it all.
Time for retreat.
Gotta get this nuisance out of the way before we.
Don't really need to worry about that. I don't know if this is the question mark seed. No, just money. Alright, and it doesn't matter.
Let us
And out of here. It should not take very long at all.
This will be over quick.
She says I can just skip all of the battles.
For this. We're wasting time on weaklings. No time for this. Come on. This will be over quick.
And when I don't want to, I can do this and instantly win the battle.
For these guys. You could never beat. That one was on me. Fly or not.
We overpowered the enemy.
Yes. You sure did. Save the game. I doubt I'll have any trouble on the Benevodon, but you never freaking know.
Allow me.
Okay, leave it to me.
Allow me.
Yeah, we'll go in like this. What is the Benevodon here? I don't even remember. Oh, it's the rock guy.
A Benevodon of treasure, huh?
Right.
Yeah. Holy saber.
Whoops. I didn't mean to do Holy Saber. I meant to do healing.
Healing lights. Heal. That one was on me.
Let's do this.
This one. Seems our attacks aren't getting through. That barrier needs to go. There's no other way. Can't run. Time to step it up.
Oh god. Do this. And then do this.
Okay, leave it to me.
And do this, and I win.
You can't run.
Easy. Piece of cake. Wow, level ups. Okay, well, I can just leave this place.
Menevidon we have managed to defeat.
Only 3 left. Keep going.
Woo.
Just 3 more Benevidons.
We're nearly done with this run around. A few more down and I can save Jessica.
Oh, okay. They go to the same one. There's a spider on my wall, and I'm watching him. I don't know what he's doing. Just doing spider things. He's hanging out.
The thief in me is itching to root around for treasure in these old ruins.
The Benevidon of Light is nearby. I can tell. Come on.
Yeah. I'm sure you can.
Come on.
Do this. Win the battle.
Know my own strength.
Come down here. I get into this battle.
Take it out.
I leave this battle.
Cannot delay.
Just so I get class straight gauge.
I hate to pick on such weak targets.
Watch out for the enemy.
Well,
Strength. I can make a difference.
All right. Clear your way. Leave it to me.
cool. Wait, I killed things in that fight? Okay. I don't think that goes to... Oh, it goes to a crystal. Okay.
This will be over quick.
What the heck?
Benevidon of Light.
Nice noises. Oh, the double.
Going to search for treasure.
Alright. This is, has grown slightly too ridiculous. Is it? Oh, it just opens that. Okay, well that's cool. Also not gonna have any trouble with this fight, so...
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourself.
That was the last of them. Don't get too comfortable though.
This will be over quick.
This is how you win the fight.
Okay, leave it to me.
This is Talon.
Come on, is it open?
Allow me.
I was gonna say, was anything dying there? Okay, this fight will take like not very long.
Time to take out the Benevidon of Light, I guess.
Weaken! You won't have to play.
Holy Savior, can't run.
Oh, he absorbs it? Oh, that's not good.
Can't run.
Oh, right, he's the Benevolent of Light, not dark. Oh. Shoot.
That one was on.
Here!
No saber alert. That was my bad. I had my Benevodons mixed up. I don't like this gun. Wow. I hit the wrong button. L1 and R1 are very difficult to differentiate, I guess, in my mind.
Come on.
Okay, leave it to me. Here.
Well. Oh, he just jumped around. I was like, he got it off. I think I win. Yeah.
You're going down.
Man, this game is real easy when you're way over leveled. As if it wasn't easy to begin with. Alright, let's get the heck out of here.
That's 6 Benevodons defeated.
Only 2 left. We're nearly there.
Yep. We kill this one, and we go to Peta, and then I kill that one, and then I get to do the final dungeon that I don't know what that's like, because I haven't done this storyline's final dungeon before. So that'll be interesting. Maybe. Uh-huh. Okay, I got the new animation again. Bum, bum, bum.
Time to work together.
You guys are level
everyone.
15. You really think you stand a chance at all?
For this.
Level 70, huh? Man. 300% experience permanently is too much. But you know what? That's alright. just you guys. You're hanging out. Cool. Have fun.
What should we
Got a long way to
do
go to get
about
back.
this wind statue?
We made it through
We've
this
run
before.
past it.
It shouldn't be hard. Leave it to me. Traps are kind of my specialty.
Don't hold back.
Wow, they level. Wow, I didn't hit one of them. Amazing.
How's that for a finishing blow? Is it even worth it to fight such a weak...
Retreat!
This enemy will fall easily. Save your strength.
Oop.
That was hardly worth the trouble.
Oh wow, the triple on top of the triple.
Get out of my way
You
before
won't
I
have
break.
That's always a lot of experience.
We must continue to triumph.
All right.
Hostile entities, be careful! We should continue on our journey as planned.
Also, this cactus thing is a little overpowered. How you get 200% CP, CS, class strike gauge, class points, whatever it is, every time you enter a battle. Right, this is the one where you fight on top of
Please,
Flammy.
Flammy. You can't defeat the Benevodon without your help.
We're starting right off with one of these type of attacks. Oh, I don't even know what's happening anymore.
We're never gonna reach it with our attacks from here. We have to withstand these
Ow.
attacks until we get another chance.
Ow.
No!
That stings.
Heal!
I don't know what's going on.
Blast it! Healing light! Heal!
There we go. What the heck? Okay.
Healing light!
Stay through!
Oh, what? Really?
I will not fall!
Healing light!
That one was on me. That stings.
Heal!
Defenseless!
There we go. Jesus, it's about time.
Dark rain.
This is how it is done in
Just
the
do
light.
damage. There we go.
You won't have me back!
Does a fair bit of damage. Will this kill? Nope. This might though. I don't know what killed it, but something killed it. We're good. Cool. Give me my experience. Okay, the glass strike did kill it. I got the bonus EXP, so we're good. We're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Now I just gotta go kill the Benevolent Dark.
Only one monster is left. The Benevolent of Darkness. This is it. But we don't know where the Dark's...
Well, that's just great. We can't leave the Benevolent alone, or it's just gonna get more powerful. And at this rate...
Oh! Did not that merchant Josephine mention a place called PETA with good equipment? We should go there and regroup.
You have a wolf on your shoulder. The head of a wolf. Which is covering more than anything else that you're wearing.
PETA, ancient capital city. It's west of Buka Island, right?
First, we should see to our weaponry. Then we should ask the people we find in PETA for information. Perhaps they can tell us about the dark.
Yeah, sure. Go in here, you sleep in the bed, and then it becomes the town. It's weird, but that's how it works. Why am I... Well, it doesn't matter that I'm playing as Duran. Duran's the one that makes all of the trash fights go by instantly, so... Yep. There's the ancient ruins of PETA.
PETA is supposed to be around here.
It should be here. Huh. Maybe
There's a
we
treasure
should
up
rest
here?
somewhere before we search.
Well, item seeds. Is there even a thing in here? No, there's not.
Welcome.
I don't remember if it's... Evening, I think, is Ruins PETA, and I think morning is Pastime, not Destroyed PETA. Maybe. Or maybe it doesn't matter. It'll just teleport me there anyway. Okay, it'll just teleport me there anyway. We're good. Doesn't matter.
Whoa, what? Where did all of this come from?
This city is as strange as I heard. I bet we can find a lead on the Benevolent.
Yep, Mana Stone Scholar. Talk to him. Oh, shut up, fairy.
This stone tablet contains the goddess's prophet. The world will fall to ruin. The tree will wither. The sword will be corrupted.
But 3 heroes,
the rest
and
of
that's
the
it.
stone was broken off. But we needn't worry yet. Besides, it has...
Okay, cool. Why do you gotta be up on the wall, dude?
Well, what interests you?
Excalibur? Sure.
Looks good. Ready to make your purchase? Looks useful.
Pain Lance?
This is
was useful.
Come again.
What are you doing, Duran? Item seeds, it's like the only thing worth getting now. Okay. I have to go talk to the Mana Stone Scholar. Alright, it's a different guy. It's not the old guy in front of the stone.
Welcome. Come, take a look.
Do I really care about 4 defense? No. No, I don't. Especially considering all my money's almost gone. And bosses don't really survive long enough for defense to come into play.
Oh, well, yes, I am a... However, after exhaustive research...
Yep. That's cool. Now we gotta go find the Darkstone. What do you have to say, Reese? Is this not where the Darkstone is? Did they change location because of story stuff? Or do I still go this way to get to the Darkstone? It's not like this run will take long.
Come on.
Oh, this run is just this. Right, but is the town still here? Or is the town magically gone? Why does it have to load again? I guess I go to the other place, huh? One of those other 2 locations. Yeah, I guess so. Okay. I didn't realize that the Darkstone location changed spots. I guess it does.
I'm glad we found a lead on the Benevodon of Darkness.
Sounds like we need to head to Night Cavern, north of Laurent. This is the
Yeah,
last
here we go.
Benevodon to beat. Who wouldn't be excited?
Night Cavern. Which means this is gonna be new for me. New land. New land. Incredible. Incredible new land. What is my hair doing? Holy crap. Yeah, I get it. It's a night cavern.
Mana Stone
Scary
Scholar told us
monsters.
about this place. Night Cavern, right?
Hawkeye, we must find the Darkstone as soon as possible. Once we defeat the Benevodon, can I count on your help finding Elliot?
No.
What are friends for?
Oh, you're friends now?
Your energy is amazing.
I don't know what item I got. I can't jump that. Would have been cool.
Just take the fight seriously. My potential feels limitless.
Okay.
You're gonna feel this one!
How do we do this?
Fight seriously.
That's what I'm really made of.
Do not let easy.
We're heading for money. Let's buy some new equipment. All right, I'll clear your way. You're gonna feel this one. Me.
This is it. We have to defeat the Benevodon of Darkness.
Yes.
We have to
Yes, we do.
stop it before it gets more powerful.
Not the Benevodon of Darkness. Hold on, I'm gonna get treasures in here because I didn't do this place before. Even though there's not really probably gonna be much in here.
Hostile entity. Be careful.
Squid, slash. We're heading for money. Let's buy some new equipment.
I got a question mark seed. Yay! Although I don't have to use those ever again. But yay! Oh look, it's the dark stone. Scary.
Look! There!
It's the Darkstone. But why?
What? Why?
Watch out!
This fight should be really fast because I have holy saber or lightsaber, whatever it is. This is a cool fight though. Shame it won't last very long.
You hit
Weird
yourself
worm
pretty-
tongues.
Pretty well, huh? Thing is, the world is counting on us to get rid of things like you.
So,
No hard feelings.
okay. Okay. I guess I maybe should have waited for.
I guess this thing has some tricks up its sleeve.
Weaken the enemy. And
Let's just do this.
Okay.
Do this.
You can't run.
Oh my god.
Going down.
stay true.
Get ready.
Or just kill this thing. Who cares?
This is it. Don't think so.
There we go. Yay. Hardest boss fight ever. This game is silly now. New Game Plus really made this game silly. We need that We need that rumored ultra hard difficulty patch.
The Darkstone reappearing in this realm must have triggered the portal to the sanctuary. Oh no!
Here's where they learn that everything we've done has just been helping the bad guys.
Oh no! It was a trap.
Huh?
Our enemies absorbed the powers of each of the 8 Benevodons after we defeated them. Oh, that means they have the complete combined powers of all the monsters.
You don't think Fairy would have realized that, like, I don't know, maybe a little bit sooner?
Right under our noses. We can't let them get away with this. Let's go.
I guess not, you know. Fairy's a little dumb. That's fine.
Come on.
Is this really just one enemy? Oh, well, there's the other two. Alright, well.
This energy is amazing. I feel so powerful. It is unwise to get in our way.
I don't think you hit anybody with that.
Water.
Oops. I wanted to go to the option, or go to the thing. The old night cave. Yo, what's up, cow? Just sitting around. Ordering a pizza. I want to put so, alright. Shortcut, huh? Oh, it just opens that. Okay. I never went down there, but you know what? I don't care. Two little cactus. I got both cactuses. I never even come in here. I guess. Whatever. I think he's dead, Reese.
My aim was true, and my power. This enemy will fall easily. Save your strength. Aid me now, Hudson!
Is it over? That's disappointing. You can't
I'm just, you know, having fun.
We ain't hurting for money. Let's buy some new equipment.
Oh, I see you over there. Mr. Dude just hanging out on the edge of the cliff menacingly.
watch out for the enemy.
Yeah, they mark it as complete. It's kind of neat. It makes sense. It just... It was messing with my head. It was messing with my head a bit. I'm like, I've never been in here. And then I remembered that I didn't do the Jungle of Illusion or whatever. Because that's Kevin and Charlotte's final dungeon thing.
Is it over? That's disappointing.
Old item seed.
You could never beat us. Why bother?
Devastation and Wexton! The area is clear of threats.
Okay. Okay. Leave it to me.
Okay. Wait. Oh, he jumped off the cliff.
Stop, stop, stop! Don't push! We'll fall!
Why did the other two fall off? Only Hawkeye would have fallen off. Is the achievement trick for getting all achievements, even though you're missing one? Weird.
I see you have managed to defeat all the Benevodons.
Oh,
Kind
the
of you to aid
Benevodons!
us with our ultimate goal. After all, His Dark Majesty needs the combined power of the great beasts in order to be revived.
Just want to leave it like that.
Leeches we're after from the very
Yeah.
beginning.
It's kind of
What's
funny.
your plan anyway?
We're from Mavolia. Goddess
Mavolia.
of Mana trapped us in that underworld until now. We intend to reclaim this world and turn it into Mavolia itself.
What achievement are you missing still?
Then our master, His Dark Majesty, will be reborn as the true Dark Ruler of all worlds for eternity. We have no more need for you.
You want this world to become the new Mavolia? How dare you? Make Snowball and Laurent's up in your schemes.
Okay.
I won't let you get away with this.
Okay,
Resist if
okay.
you must, but you
Where'd you
will
go?
not win.
You know, this situation is what I live for. Stealing from oppressors to help the needy is kind
I
of
missed.
a false thing. I wouldn't underestimate humans when we're fighting for survival if I were you.
Okay, Succubus, you want to get out of here. And he gave himself a shield again. Alright.
Come on.
We'll triple slash him. Resurrection.
Okay,
Ghoster.
leave it to me.
What is this?
That
Oh, okay.
ghost is acting strangely. Be careful.
I like how the AI just kind of stands there and they're like, what are we supposed to be doing? I don't think I killed it in time. Oh, he healed. Okay. Ow. Wow.
You can't run.
Yo, get him.
Of course.
Allow me.
You can't run.
What? Really?
Power steel. Feeble. You won't have your way.
I only did it twice. You got his shield back. What a jerk. I think I win. Yep. Got him. I think I'm one level behind my other save, which has done all of the post game. Man, 300% experience is pretty darn silly.
I'll take point and leave the rear to you.
You know, Reese, you keep summoning Hexus, but you never do it anywhere close to where it's actually going to hit anybody. Maybe you should stop doing that.
Allow me.
Okay, leave it to me.
Come on.
I guess I'll save. Oh, no, wait. I am higher than the others. No, my other save is... Yeah. I am 5 levels higher than the save that has done all of the post-game. Triple experience is pretty dumb. Oh, that guy survived a hit.
Around after a win.
I can do this with my eyes closed.
We should continue on our journey.
There's a chest here? Oh, there is a chest here. Oh, hold on.
Time for
Give me that chest.
this. Just take the fight seriously.
How you like that attack, huh?
The 200% CS gauge is pretty broken. Oh boy, wish cups, yeah. It's like the only thing that I'm not maxed on.
That was the last of them. Don't get too comfortable, though.
Get into this fight, leave this fight, get into this fight, and win the fight.
Wasting time on weaklings.
My aim was true, and my power
Oh,
unbeatable.
and the triple.
This battle should be over quickly.
My potential feels limitless.
Oh baby, some money. This is why the other day when Mr. Walter McWalterton was in here telling me to get all these chests, and I was like, nah, it's not worth it. See? Still not worth it. Dark Castle. Nice texture popping. Yeah, especially when it's almost post game. It's just actually meant it, yeah. Especially when I already have the trophy for getting 200 chests, or whatever the big one is. I think it's 200. The only thing that I care about really is seeds.
Concentrate on the enemies first.
And you get more from killing enemies, like especially in post game, than you get from chests.
Got a lot saved up. This will be over quick. This one.
Time to work together, everyone.
I don't know where Reese is. She's gone.
Time to step it up.
Oh, there she is. She showed up.
Now my own strength.
For accessory, yeah, the accessories are nice.
Let's take it out. Does more damage.
We should continue on our journey as planned. This is my fight.
Although now it's like, yeah, I was just gonna say, it's not like I really need anything. I don't even need more gear at this point. I don't even really need class 4, I don't think.
I'll take point.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy.
Nor getting hit in phase 2 is nice, yeah. Oh, that guy didn't die. Oh, no, he's dead.
This energy is amazing. I feel so powerful.
You leveled up. Oh, nice. Oh, hey.
Healing lights.
I'll heal you, Mr. Man. Huh. Let's see.
I can win this with my eyes closed.
We cannot delay. Rain down.
Yeah. If you didn't need to get class 4 and you could just go to the post-game dungeon, I probably would. Well, I need class 4 for the trophy / achievements, so I guess never mind. Bet you there was one up here. Yeah, there was one up here. Right. Just blind. Switches on walls in this game, man. The hardest thing to see.
You wish you'd never. Run! Let's clean this up and be on our way.
That's true. I don't need to do post game next playthrough. That is true. I just need to beat the final boss.
I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Do I even care about going up these other ways? Not really.
Time on weaklings.
Probably speed through the post game though. Yeah.
The area is clear of threats. We have earned a rest.
I mean, you might as well, right?
This is my fight.
You're gonna like one-shot everything in the post game.
No rule.
Gotta have that fresh new game plus. Yeah, in case they actually make like a,
You can't run.
in case the rumored like ultra hard difficulty patch
Greatly.
actually becomes a thing, I wouldn't mind having a fresh thing just to try it out, to see how hard it actually is, even if all my characters are max level. No insta kills for you guys.
Beating them all on my own.
Yeah, or if you feel like doing a Duran main character playthrough. Because even though like the characters share stories in sets of 2, I still feel like there's enough like little bits of uniqueness that playing with the other main characters might be worth it.
Break? I'll just have to beat them bad enough they stay down forever.
Okay.
I will not
Oh,
fall.
the I-beams hit me. Yeah, unless you play as Durant. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, leave it to me. Last words.
Didn't come up as Angela? Interesting. Oh, he's dead already.
Okay, leave it to me.
Wow, a magic rope.
Come on.
Oh, it's one of these, huh? I see, I see. I don't care about treasures, though.
The chances of injury low.
Try and catch me.
I see, I see. I double see. I see all of the C's. I guess I'm going this way.
Do not let easy targets cloud your judgment.
Peloton will be stopped. I swear it.
Okay.
The chances of injury
What? That one was on me.
He didn't. Okay.
My potential feels limitless.
Level 80.
let us work together to defeat the enemy.
Give me the money. I want the money.
This is my fight.
I got
No
the
need to
money.
trouble.
The money's mine.
This will be faster if we fight together.
We cannot delay. We should work together
Okay.
to defeat this threat.
I can win this with my eyes closed.
Oh, he got hit that time.
We're getting too good for these guys.
Whoop.
All right, get ready. Clear your way.
Defenseless. We won admirably.
Oh, we did, huh? Oh no, not the Quake Bringer.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy.
There's treasures down there. Do I care? No.
We should work together to defeat this threat.
Wow, didn't die. These demons. Demon.
Don't waver. We cannot let
They
the
have
forces
some-
of evil win.
Fortitude.
Yes, I have no
Some-
time to waste. Elliot is waiting for me.
Oh, not this dumb thing again.
I am here to avenge Eagle. Get out of my way, because I'm not gonna waste my time on you.
I wanna do this. Do that. Oh, it's already mostly weekend.
That stings.
Just attack it.
Was on me.
Just do damage.
I will not. Allow me.
You can't run.
Not hold back.
Come on. Get ready!
You can't run. Okay.
What are you doing way back here, Hawkeye? Oh, that's probably what you're doing way back here.
Tried it.
Alright. Easy peasy. Level 81.
Come on.
It's just ridiculous.
Time to work together, everyone.
Also, this is broken. Being able to do this,
This is my fight. No need to trouble
you
yourself.
can just quickly run away from a fight and then go back into it and get 400 class
I can make
gauge.
a difference.
Is this a shortcut? Yeah. Wow, a gold statue.
Don't hold back, fly or not. It'll hurt.
Aid me now,
Alright.
My potential feels limit.
Oh, it's a mimic.
I'll take point and leave the rear to you.
Cannot run from mimic.
Allow me.
Let's just do this.
This is how it is done in Laurent.
Easy.
It's just getting started. Let's take it out. Get ready. Who does more damage?
I like how it started the roulette spin, but did
We should buy stuff to lighten the
not do much of the roulette spin.
Let us work together to defeat the enemy.
This is how you play the game.
I am on my way.
You spam glint slash. What boss do I have to refight now? Oh, the harpy. Of course.
Wasn't this monster in Gust Hall?
Don't know why it's back. We already beat it once. Show it just how strong we become.
Not hold back.
Yeah.
Okay, leave it to me.
Get him, Hawkeye.
Can't run. Going down.
Devastation of Hexen.
Okay.
Allow me.
I was like, it's gonna die before anything even happens. I did 9,674 damage. Alright.
Come on.
Ripperino birder, yeah.
Clean this up and
That was a Mondo rip for the bird.
It's just getting started.
Okay, I got another full heal and a save thing.
Allow me.
Belladonna. I guess this is the replacement of the Heath fight.
you're finished.
Oh my, you've come pretty far, thief. You managed to defeat all the Benevodons. It seems you really were worthy enough to obtain the Sword of Mana. Imagine my surprise. But your luck ends now. I will protect his Dark Majesty if it means my life. You see, I would give him anything. Fight me if you dare!
Okay. Wait, you're a cat girl now?
Belladonna, first you overthrow Navarre, now you're after the whole world? Why would you go this far?
Oh, everything is as my lord wishes. I serve at his pleasure.
Meow.
My life does not matter as long as he is satisfied.
So you're saying you'd throw your life away? That's what he wanted?
How very different is it from your precious Navarran creed? You noble thieves, steal for the satisfaction of playing savior to those weaker than yourselves.
I'll give you that.
I am stuck behind
We
you.
are thieves. But Belladonna, you've missed the whole point. Navarre isn't the solution. We're the wake of confidence. Someone searching for fulfillment, they have to find it on their own. If you can't find satisfaction in your life, you can't help others do the same.
Ridiculous. Realizing his dream is what fulfills me. If my lord gains control in this realm, I will have true meaning in my life.
There's no hope for a pathetic monster like you. I swore I'd be the one to end this. And I keep my promises. Watch out! Belladonna is building up some sort of strange evil power. You gotta stop her before it's too late.
Okay.
Kill this one!
I stopped her before it was too late.
Master! Dark Majesty.
Can kill her in this quick.
Who is this Dark Majesty?
This place
Having all of the
was once Light Castle.
the debuffs on Reese, and also having
prophecy
the
said
skills that make it so it's like
prince of this
13% more
would
effective
destroy his own kingdom.
is a little busted.
When an heir was born, the king and queen locked him away in the Dark Palace dungeon. Feared by all, loved by none. The poor boy grew up in the silent, stifling gloom of the dungeon.
Oh, not the dungeon.
Nothing but evil and despair.
Oh, not evil and despair.
Mavolia and Lord of the Underworld saw this corrupted boy and named him his successor. Granted Mavolian powers, the boy became the Dark Majesty and destroyed his country as was foretold.
Okay.
Light Castle was turned into Dark Castle. A fitting place for the creatures of Mavolia to thrive. And yet, His Dark Majesty's heart has still been shuttered closed for a lifetime. All I wanted I ever wanted was to open his heart. Just a little.
We have to go! The tower's going to collapse!
Okay. Belladonna's regret has granted you a new ability. Status effect or stat decrease cancelled using class trait. That's kind of cool.
Allow me.
Okay.
Allow
Okay,
me.
game.
Come on.
Oh. Okay, game. You couldn't have just played this cutscene instead of having me run out of the room?
That was close. In the end, I almost felt sorry for her. Evil, your death has been avenged. Let's get going.
The entire castle might collapse, and we're just gonna.
Allow me.
Okay. We'll just leisurely walk our way out of here. No big deal. Oh, of course it's a Remake. Fine, we'll just do this. Okay.
No time to celebrate. Let's get moving.
I like how they all just like,
Where are we?
they're just chilling, just walking around.
It's miasma.
Miasma. Miasma, miasma. Oh. Hey bud. The mana sword is clipping into the ground. You might want to get that checked out. No? Okay.
Elliot!
Welcome. If you're here, then I assume Belladonna's no more. No matter. There are more underlings where that worthless pawn came from.
Okay.
But you three... yes. You three have proven quite useful. You slayed the Benevolons, imbuing the sword with their true power. If you wish, you may join me.
Join you? What have you done to Elliot?
One of these games, the people will be like, oh, you know what? Sure, let's join.
Do not fret. The boy is also royalty. Yet, we are polar opposites. Such a pampered prince. I will rid myself of this horrid body and take his instead.
No! You cannot! I will not allow it!
Are you certain? He would become stronger than a god, you know. Only a fool would reject an offer of such power. This is your last chance to change your minds. I will ask you only once more. Will you join me?
Join you? Are you insane? Are you even human?
But I'm not human. With my own 2 hands, I slayed the king of Mavolia after he granted me power. I am now ruler of the land. For now. Soon I will absorb the sword of mana and the power of the Benevodons. I will be stronger than a god.
A supreme god.
Supreme god. Behold, the birth of a new god. This is the end of the sword of mana.
Well, that didn't take long.
It's gone!
No! What do we do now?
There's nothing you can do. Power is flowing into me. What? What's going on? This light, it's holding me back. It must be coming from the goddess of mana in the sanctuary. She's still alive. This world does not need 2 all-powerful gods. It's high time I destroyed the mana goddess once and for all. This will be the battle to end all battles.
The battle to end all battles.
I must leave.
Finger point.
He's gone. What now? Without the Sword of Mana, how are we going to defeat such a powerful enemy?
Very
Don't be
carefully.
ridiculous. You can't give up now. If you do, the world as you know it will be destroyed. Believe in yourself, Hawkeye. You were chosen by the Mana Sword. It was you who pulled that sword out. And you did it with the strength of your heart, not with the sword's power. You managed to defeat the Benevodons. If you work together, you can triumph over anything. Come on, let's go save the goddess and the world!
Yeah.
Thanks, Fairy. You're right. You gotta push through and do what we can. We can do this. Let's go to the sanctuary.
Yeah. Get me the heck out of here. I'm gonna go beat the game. Bub, bub, bub.
We must go to the Mana Goddess. She needs our help.
Let's help Reese get her brother back.
How to grow seeds. Yeah. It's all beat up. And...
No.
Alright. Wow, it's only taken me 7 hours to get here.
No. Sanctuary of Mana.
This dark majesty isn't getting away with this.
I am worried for the safety of the Goddess of Mana. Hurry! I pray
Here we go,
that
this
she
weird
is
long way.
unharmed.
There we go. Up.
I'll take point and leave the rear to you.
Give me... Yeah. That's all I want. Final boss is gonna be what, like level 65, and I'm 85. All right.
We should work together to defeat this threat.
Excuse me.
Time for retreat.
Coming through. Still no way to get up there, huh? Alright. Down and around I go. Oop. Oh, what? Really? Alright, well. I didn't know they could cheap out of the attack like that, but.
I need to stick around after a win.
But now I know that they can. Just throw down a save. Oh, it's nighttime now. Gnome day. I almost said Nime day. My brain was trying to combine gnome and night. Can I like cheese my way up here? Maybe. Maybe not. Nope.
Okay, come on.
Alright. It's alright. I can just spam this anyway.
Barely broke a sweat.
That's not the... Jesus, why do all the ways look the same?
You could never beat us.
Time for retreat.
Alright. Is that real easy? I don't know what's going on back there. Explosions. Alright, one more fight.
Chances of injury.
I'll switch to Reese for the fight. And here we go. Final boss time. Boom, 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 boom.
Such a shame. The tree has withered completely, and the goddess of mana is no more.
Oh no.
No. How could you?
Are you in pain? You've become weaker without the tree of mana. Fairies are born to protect the tree and perish without their purpose, I see. This is the end of the reign of the once mighty goddess of mana. Mavolia will rule over all realms with me as the world's supreme god.
Wahahaha.
No! I won't let you!
She's gonna get backhanded, yep.
No! Fairy!
It's like the third time she's gotten backhanded.
So impatient! She wished for death so badly that she tried to go against me alone. Are you ready to admit that you have no chance against me? You should gracefully give up this fight. The world as you know it will be consumed by Mavolia.
Mavolia.
Evil order.
Mavolia.
By me. There's no place for you here. Shall we end this? Now that I have godlike powers, I will shed this old, broken body and inhabit the Prince of Laurent instead. I will simply wear his body and cast my previous one and all its horrible memories aside. You will only see my true form for a moment before you perish.
At this moment, it'd be funny if the party was like, how about we just join you instead? And then it turns into a really dark, messed up sequel. Yo, get that pizza.
Yes.
Enjoy that pizza.
Is what the ruler of Mavolia, the human realm,
What kind of pizza?
sanctuary of mana looks like. I can feel the power within me. I will obliterate you myself.
The old pepperoni. Spicy pepperoni. Not that pepperonis are spicy at all, but
Who's causing this pain?
This ends here and now. Even without the tree or mana power to help us, we will never give up. Not without a fight. Not as long as our hero, the chosen one of the mana sword, is here.
the chosen one.
Without mana, elementals and spirits may disappear from the realm. But you should not lose hope. You will be creating a new world for everyone.
Okay.
Come, you must stand up and fight. The
Hawkeye's
future
cloak
in
has
your
got a mind of
hands.
its own.
Whether you can see us or not, we'll be with you always. So keep fighting. You can't lose.
One of the like good places to just Pizza Hut, yeah.
You think you're so clever?
It's been a long time since I've had the old Pizza Hut.
You cannot win. It is hopeless. And you are finished.
You're wrong. Don't you see? Even without the physical mana sword, as long as the chosen one is here, the sword that lives
My controller
in all
is
of our hearts,
awkwardly
that
vibrating.
we call hope, will never disappear.
It's like trying to vibrate, but not really.
Ridiculous! You think your foolish illusion of hope can stand up against the power of a newly realized god?
Maybe not hope, but the 20 level advantage that I probably have on you will let me stand up to you.
This is it. Our final battle. Everyone, come on.
Power kill!
Hey Hawkeye, you wanna not die?
Keep it down.
Do I have to re-debuff? I might have to re-debuff. Yep, sure do. Oh. You can't get any more. This thing's almost dead. Just kill this hand. Or not. Ow. Look out for the tornado. Can we kill the hand, please? Okay. Now do this. How different we play. I definitely have my own play style in like almost every game. Never switch characters much. Did you use class skills? Class skills are so good though. Okay.
What a waste of time. Don't think so.
I win. Little more in your first playthrough. Yeah, that's fair. I can see how not using them in New Game Plus is like a thing because you're so overpowered in New Game Plus anyway. You are just so dumbly overpowered in New Game Plus. You could probably play New Game Plus on hard with like your feet and be fun. Oh yeah, also Angela, yeah, AoE Angela.
Thank you for never giving in to despair. But the tree of mana is dead, and mana has disappeared from the world. I can't exist without you.
Yeah, I've heard this line before.
Reese. I managed to rescue
Just watch out everything with spells.
battle. With the last of my power,
Angela is too strong.
I sent him back to Laurent.
Yeah, my first playthrough I didn't use a whole lot of class skills until like I had like Dark Kevin. But mostly I just punched things while Angela blew stuff up.
I was only able to rescue him because you were holding the enemy at bay. I'm just so glad I was able to do it before my time was up.
Fairy, don't go.
Please, don't worry about me.
Yeah.
What?
What?
You see, fairies are like the seeds of the mana tree. Once they find a worthy person to bring that mana, the mana we have lost, back. But if in 1,000 years your descendants still remember, but until I am needed in the future, this is where me the sword of mana, the one that.
You girls see what to do with flyers? Yeah, flyers are the worst. They're just so annoying to deal with. Especially considering that you only get the one aerial combo, no matter what class you are. Yeah, and you can't knock down. There's a lot of them you can't knock down, too. That's true.
Duran, you're back safe and sound. I'm just so glad to see you.
I'm sorry I made you worry, Wendy. Aunt Stella. It's over now.
You can tell me when you're ready. But you should go to the castle and report back to His Majesty.
His Majesty? Yeah. Like what are they, the imps or the ghosts? By the time you knock them down, they have like 20% of their life left. If that.
That sounds like quite the adventure. Your journey was difficult, but it had to be done. Now is not the time for sadness.
Oh yeah, the bee ladies are the worst.
Beside you all. His soul is freed, and with you always. We do not have the goddess of mana to rely on to keep the world in balance anymore.
I mean, we do.
Duran, you and your friends will take up the mantle as the new Golden Knights. Valsena will follow where you lead. The future is yours.
Elliot, don't look. Your sister is not wearing any clothes.
I should have. You know, I had a really weird dream. I saw Mother and Father, and they looked so happy. And they told me something important. They wanted me to return to Laurent and help you bring prosperity back to the kingdom. They said that I shouldn't keep relying on you for everything. So, I'm gonna try my best. Oh, Elliot.
Oh, that Elliot.
Into the peaceful kingdom it once was. Even though this world no longer has mana power, please continue to watch over my friends and me on our journey. We will
do our best in the coming times.
Yeah. Who else but Elliot?
Hawkeye, it's you!
Jessica, are you okay?
As you can see, she's doing fine. Navarro thieves from all around the world have been coming back to the fortress.
Somehow every week he's supposed to, yeah. I didn't think about that one when they added the new post game.
Jessica and Hawkeye.
FlameCon.
I fear I have been trapped in a nightmare for far too long. I was informed about what happened to Eagle. That is why I intend to honor his memory.
Yeah, it could be. It could have something to do with Anise too, or Anise, whatever the hell pronunciation her name is.
We have known it no longer exists in this world. The water in this desert will soon dry up. Therefore, our next target is clear. We must steal water and greenery from nature itself.
I don't know if that's how that works, FlameCon.
Was once a lush and fertile land. We must find a way to bring back the rain and make it hospitable once again. We cannot let the people here suffer. Not on our watch.
Is this the unskippable credits part? Am I finally to unskippable credits? Not quite. You gotta watch the birds. Ah, wow. A tiny little tree. Okay, you just plant the sword seed and wait for it to grow. I mean, plenty of other weapons come from seeds in this game. Well, this really isn't skippable, is it? Alright, well, while the unskippable credits play, I am gonna go refresh my drink, so I will be right back. Alright. I made it back just in time to see Baby Ludger. Oh wow, look, it's everybody's favorite character, Charlotte. Now we can pass the time. Uh-oh. How can we pass the time? Oh boy, spin of the wheel. Will you be the lucky winner today? Let me pull up the thing that lets me actually spin the wheel. Alright, here we go. Will today be the day? Oh, try again. So close. So close, yet so far away. Getting closer. Get that 0.5% win. Spin the wheel. I need to get like a sound bite or something. It's just like a bunch of people chanting, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. You know, wheel of fish. Oh. Christine Doris. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. I don't know why my on-screen chat reset. It's probably something to do with the wheel. I can't skip this either. Why does it have? Why is there 2 credits that are unskippable? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. I could get the I should get the Willy Wonka soundbite. I have to look into that maybe this weekend when I have some downtime and see if I can add like sound bites to results. I mean, I could look right now. I'm gonna pull it up, see. Let's see. Let's see if at first glance there's anything that I could do. And what else? It's true. Doesn't look like there's anything. At least at first glance, but I can probably figure out how to do it. I can adjust the speed and the slowdown rate. Ooh. Why are these credits so freaking long? Let me, while I'm sitting here thinking about it, let me go in and clear the two spin of the wheels from the queue. The end. Or is it? I also need to work on exporting some VODs to YouTube and making thumbnails and crap. Did you want to download PSO2? I don't know. Maybe wait. Maybe wait a day or two and see if they fix all the problems that people are having. Because there's some really weird bugs with the download. Well, Streamer Boys work's never done. Nope. There's some really weird, annoying bugs with the PSO2 download on PC right now.
Trials of Mana.
Like some real annoying ones. I've also heard that, so I've heard a bunch that are just like, some just don't download. There's like 400 different errors that people are having in downloading it. There's also like apparently a bug that's happening where if you restart your computer after installing it, it uninstalls. So that's a thing. You ever work with Bethesda? Yeah, right? people are also like trying to find or working on like workarounds so you don't have to use the Microsoft or the Windows Store or whatever, the Windows 10 store. And so you also don't have to be on Windows 10. Which apparently, from what I was reading a little bit earlier before I started streaming, and apparently you can download the Japanese version of PSO2. You can rename a text file and it will download the English version, and then you can also just rename a DLL file and be able to log into the NA servers. But it doesn't work on every computer. It doesn't work for everybody. But it's very weird. There's some hardcore weirdness going on with PSO2 on PC right now. Yeah. Class 4.
Kept by someone deeply connected to me.
Oh, it's gonna be smelly, isn't it?
This belonged to my mother. Could it be what I need for Class 4?
Wow, she has the ribbon on? I never noticed it.
It must be some other object. Let us go to Laurent.
I think we should head toward.
Oh, I probably
That hold meaning for you all.
could have just done this one. I forgot that Duran's a Volcano boy. Oh well. Duran. He's the man. Duran, he's our man. Don't even leave Volcano. Well, I'll do that one last, so then I can get his thing, and then just go back to the book. Elves. There's elves in this game? Oh yeah, there are elves, huh? The Wamp Boom Woods. I kind of forgot.
Do you know where we can find the Kind Sphere, Reese?
I suppose Alma might have an idea. She was a trusted friend of my parents, after all.
Alma. At least I doubt any of the trials could be as rough as Angela's was.
Oh my, Your Highness. How are you faring?
Alma, have you ever heard talk of something called the Kind Sphere? It may be a keepsake of my father's, or perhaps an heirloom.
An heirloom? His late Majesty, King Joster, once told me that his crowning ceremony took place in the Somnosa Meadow.
The Somnosa Meadow?
Oh boy.
As I heard it, a special royal artifact used in the crowning ceremonies of Laurent's kings and queens is enshrined there. And I believe it was called the Kind Sphere.
Alma, your voice act.
Sounds intriguing. It's a good thing we came back.
Sometimes she sounds like she's into it, other times she sounds like she's asleep.
I am relieved. Shall we travel to
We
the
went to the-
Somnosa Meadow?
The Somnosa Meadow. And then other times she's like, ah! All within the same sentence. Hawkeye, your cloak is ridiculous, my dude. It is very distracting when you run.
Not let easy
These level
targets
15s
alone.
still want to fight, huh? Wait, I got... What? Who killed what? What happened there? Duran looks like super majestic in this lighting. With his gold armor and his Excalibur sword. And his hair flowing in the wind. It's not really flowing in the wind, it's just flowing because that's how he runs. He's like a lion. Or a Super Saiyan. I'm not gonna chance accidentally just somehow dying to one of these things, so I'm gonna save before them.
My father's crowning ceremony took place here, but... Where could the kind sphere be?
I don't know, Reese, where could it be?
Whoa, what's going on?
Watch
Oh,
out,
no.
you two. Something's coming.
Is it a giant bee?
I cannot believe this
It's a
is
giant
happening.
bee lady. The hell?
No. The kind sphere was the pride of my kingdom. And my father will not give in.
What the? Okay.
I see lance attacks are your specialty as well. As both the princess and the captain of the Amazon Guard, I swear that I will win this fight.
The Hawkeye.
I will not fall weakened.
Hey, do you want to heal? Or not? I guess I'll kill these. Okay. Ah, dragon range, huh? Cool. Here, have this.
That one was on me. Don't move.
I will not hold back.
Step it up.
Ooh. Oh, more than one, huh? That's cool.
Step it up. Okay, leave it to me.
Ba-ba-ba-da-ba.
You can't run. Going down.
It happens a lot. One thing about class skills. Oh, crap.
Enjoy.
You cannot escape. Oh.
Get ready.
Allow me. Prepare.
Will this kill? This might kill.
My aim is true. Ariel.
It did.
This is talent.
Oh my god.
What just fell?
The kind sphere,
Is
duh.
that the kind sphere?
Oh, it must have been protecting the kind sphere. If that is the case, I regret our violent actions.
There was no other way. We had to get that sphere somehow.
There was
Hey,
no
Reese,
other way.
You should check to make sure that's the sphere we're looking for.
Of course. This feeling, it feels like the spirits of my father and mother are flowing through me. Their kindness. Father and mother.
You have grown so much, Reese.
Minerva.
I see you took care of Elliot as best you could, even in my absence. Such a heavy responsibility for a child. I am so grateful, Reese.
You did so much on your own, despite your young age. I fear I relied too heavily on you. Reese, forgive me.
Forgive me.
No. There is nothing to forgive. I have not once regretted my choices.
I see. Thank you.
Reese, I am sorry. We must leave this realm soon. Please, continue to take care of your brother.
May the
Yes.
winds always blow favorably upon you.
Do not worry, Father. Mother, I will continue to live up to your memories, both as your daughter and the Princess of Laurent.
Aren't you technically queen
Watch
now?
over me. With Laurent's legendary kind sphere, I will be able to progress to Class 4.
Isn't she technically queen now?
I am sorry to have taken up so much of our time. Shall we be off?
Also, never mind. That's a pretty good chain ability. Boom, 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 boom. Blablabla. How to grow seeds. You take the seed and you put it in the pot, and then it grows, and then you get the item. That's how you grow seeds. Thanks for listening to my tutorial. You take the seed, you put it in the pot grows because it is magic. And you get an item.
Loyal sphere. Did
It's not here! Meow, what do we do?
Meow, what do we do?
Someone must have gotten it out of the fortress. And I mean every last looker. Curses!
What could be the matter? They appear deeply concerned.
Sounds like Jessica has some idea of what's happened, at least.
But she only wants to talk to Hawkeye about it. She's way more stubborn than people give her credit for.
Brother! Oh, you have good timing. We got a big problem.
Problem.
The whole fortress is in an uproar. But before I let the cat out of the bag, Mew should talk to Jessica. She's in the audience chamber.
I thought maybe I could learn more about the loyal sphere here. Come on, What's happened?
Well, clearly something was stolen. Based on everybody's reaction. You were 10 feet away, you didn't hear their conversation? Up, hoop. Boom, 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 boom. Oop, up.
Oh, Hawkeye!
I don't like Jessica's voice actress. I don't like her. I don't like the way she sounds.
How are you doing? Better?
Yes, I'm not quite back to normal yet.
She just sounds like she doesn't fit the character.
I get it. Don't cry. It's okay.
You had me worried, you know?
Feeling better? Then would you mind telling me what's going on? What happened here?
Niccolo has been rallying the rest of Navarro, trying to rebuild the guild. But all the money and treasure we've collected over the years is nowhere to be found. I think
You need it? Yeah.
my
I don't know what it
brother
is.
hid it somewhere for safekeeping. Once he noticed that something was wrong with Papa.
I just don't think her voice fits the character.
Took it.
Well, he was always quick on the uptake. So then,
Eagle told me to ask for your help if something ever happened to him. He said something about searching in Fiery Gorge.
if most of the treasure is missing, that means even if the Loyal Sphere is here like Grand Qua predicted, it's probably hidden away with the rest of the haul. Yes, that means I've got errands to run.
Okay, what is your headband attached to? Do you have a string running around, or is it just bolt? Okay, I see it. I see the strap.
I've got a real live treasure hunt waiting for me in Fiery Gorge.
I saw the headband. Or the strap of the headband. I thought it was just bolted into his forehead. There's a strap. Up. Let me out of here. I need to be out of here. I might as well just run to Fiery Gorge. I was gonna call Flammy, but that's more loading screens. The path is open. Where am I in? I'm kind of far away.
You could never. No time for this.
I don't care. Just run, man, run. Making a beeline for it.
This enemy will
Try and catch me. Let's clean this
There
up.
we go.
Retreat!
They're all sleeping. We're good. Up, hoop. Ha, hoo, hi, ya. Ha, hoo, hi, ya. Ha, hoo, hi, ya. You know, they learned that ability. They learned that line formation for that one attack in that whole movie. And as soon as they did that one attack and took down a line of skeletons, it was just chaos. I realized I said all of that without referencing what I was talking about. Army of Darkness.
Do you have any leads? How are you planning to search? I am completely lost.
If there was treasure here, wouldn't we have noticed it last time?
Don't worry. I have a hunch. Let's keep moving.
You know, there's 2 games that have done cool things the past few days. Both of those are games that I have like little to no interest in. But man, they're doing some cool things. I feel like Dead by Daylight is really trying to make me play their game, even though I don't have like any interest in playing Dead by Daylight. Same with Smite.
Hang on, everyone. Here. Look closely. There's an etched bird's eye marking in the rock face.
Bird's eye?
I just gotta...
A thieves' eye for finding the concealed is certainly
Sure, I don't want to play Smite. I don't
impressive.
want to play MOBAs in general.
I never would have noticed that tiny eye on the rock if you hadn't mentioned it. Good going, Hawkeye.
But they're adding Cthulhu,
Well, I only noticed the mark because I was looking for it.
and that's
Gotta be on
cool.
my toes when looking for a sign from Eagle. He's the best thief I know. I can practically smell the treasure from here. Let's go! That was a pretty huge trap, you know. Guess it has to match the scale of the treasure it's protecting.
Okay. Well, look, it's all the treasure.
Hawkeye? Is something the matter?
I don't know, Duran.
Well, let's hurry up and get the treasure.
Wait, hang on! Please. This is Eagle's hidden treasure we're talking about? There's no way it's not trapped. If the target seems too good to be true, it probably is. Too late now. Come on, everyone.
It's a giant mimic.
Give me a break. This thing is huge. Gee, thanks, Eagle. Sure didn't want anyone to touch this stuff.
Allow me. Weekend! Oh, defenseless! You won't Devastation attack with rain down!
Okay, leave it to me. This is it. You can't run. Going down.
Yeah, get him.
Can't run. Okay, leave it to me.
Heal! Aid me now, Hudson!
Enjoy.
Come on.
Wait, I got hit by that? Okay, sure.
Allow me.
That was the wrong one. Yeah. What? Why does it hit me? It's bullshit. Not even in the thing. Yeah, that one hit me. That's fair. That one was fair. I win.
This is talent.
Wow, it's top half flopped off.
Phew. That was some trap. Thanks a lot, Eagle.
Yeah. Oh, look at that sword, though.
There's no way we can carry all this treasure back by ourselves.
Okay, just get the one thing then.
Is this?
Yep.
Uh-huh. This has got to be that loyal sphere that Grand Qua mentioned. Eagle?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye.
If you're seeing this message, I must already be gone from this world. This treasure should go toward fulfilling my sister's dream for the future. But Jessica must stop this lawless scavenging that the Nevarlin had fallen prey to. It's time for you to walk a path that's righteous and true. I'm counting on you to help Jessica with this. You're basically family, after all. And you've always been her favorite. She'll listen to you.
Will she?
Please, Hawkeye, consider it a final request from your closest friend. This is all I can do for her now. If for some reason I'm still alive when you see this, forget I said anything. I'll talk to Jessica myself later. Farewell, Hawkeye. No one can erase the days we spent together. They were my greatest treasure.
Oh, how nice.
Idiot! You always asked so much of me. You can't just leave me here with this, Eagle. You idiot! The Loyal Sphere. At least with this, I can reach Class 4. Time to go back to Jessica and let everyone know where the treasure is.
Do I really have to do that? Or can I just... Oh, will the game do that for me? I have the item I want. 1% of MP when normal... Oh, that's pretty good too. There it is, the Loyal Sphere. Alright, we're out of here. I hope they find the treasure on their own, because we're not gonna go tell them anything. I ain't telling them jack squat. We'll send a letter via carrier pigeon. They'll figure it out. Yeah, you go into the gorge and then you talk to the gold imp slash gremlin looking statue, and then you take 4 steps forward and go through the hole in the wall. Bum 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 bum. All I gotta do is get Duran's. Duran. Why does landing in Volcina face you away from where you want to go? Oh my god, another loading screen. So with all the cutscenes being skippable, the worst part now is the loading screen.
bet His Majesty will know something about the Valor Sphere. I guess we better go ask him.
This is gonna be a 1v1.
Oh, Duran, you have come at a most opportune time. I have awaited your arrival.
Waited for me? But why? Is something wrong, Your Majesty?
In these trying times, the world is in need of sword masters of merit. In order to find such persons in our kingdom, we will hold a tournament. What say you, Duran? How strong have you become in your travels? I imagine the kingdom would rejoice to see the champion of the youth division appear in this competition.
Yes, sir. Please, I'm in.
However, you no longer belong in the youth division. Duran, you will participate in the main event.
This is the chance I've been waiting for. When I got my tournament invitation, I never thought I'd be facing off against my old enemy.
Who the heck are you?
Hey, Duran. Looks like I'm your first opponent. Think you're tough? Huh? Do ya? You got another thing coming.
Another thing or another think?
Take this time to prepare for the tournament.
All right. I'm gonna go down and save just in case.
Come on.
Boom, 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 boom. Prepared for the match? Yes. Is it 1v1? Because if it's 1v1, it's no big deal.
The Sword Mastery Tournament will now commence.
You're about to see how strong I've become firsthand. This is what training will get you. You ready, Duran?
Duran.
Win or lose, I just care if you get the reward.
Begin the match.
All right. I got one experience.
Yield! I yield!
Hold your weapons. Duran is the winner.
You're one step closer to getting that prize.
Duran, I see that you have become much stronger.
I mean, he is 37 levels higher.
But I trained so hard to beat you! Hey, Duran. Next time, you'll be begging me to go easy on you. That's a promise.
Yeah, you wish. I'll fight you anytime.
You have progressed to the finals, Duran. You must be prepared. Come back and talk to me when you're ready.
It would be funny if that was it, yeah.
Your next opponent will not be so easy.
It's me, Curly Q Hair Man.
The Sword Mastery Tournament Finals will now commence.
But there's no one here. Am I meant to fight you, Your Majesty?
No, Duran. I have a very specific opponent in mind for you for the final round of this contest. Duran's opponent for the Sword Mastery Tournament is Loki, the Golden Knight.
Loki? But that's my dad.
It's my dad.
That's impossible. My dad is dead.
Duran, my son, I am here to test what sort of soldier you have become. Now, put our past behind you and fight me.
Yeah, Duran.
I challenge you.
If you beat your dad, then you inherit his cool mustache. That's the rules.
All right. I'll defeat you in my own right. As a fellow swordsman.
You get the cool mustache then.
Golden Knight? I accept.
Okay.
Now then, begin!
I never dreamed I would have the chance to face my son in battle. This too
Hey,
is
look,
thanks
I can do that too.
to the providence of the goddess of mana. Strength of the Golden Knight.
Ow, ow. You know, I don't know why I lock on to enemies in this game. It usually makes it worse.
Strength of the Golden Knight.
Okay.
Come at me. Strength of the Golden Knight.
Oh, counterattack, huh?
Come at me.
Whoa. That movie is some pretty cheesy stuff.
Strength of the Golden Knight. Can you master your sword?
I'm just tanking all of it. Who even cares?
Come at me. Strength of the Golden Knight.
Crosscut!
Can you master your sword?
Crosscut!
That's it.
Ready! Crosscut!
Up, up.
You're keeping me on my toes. It's obvious that you've trained hard.
I didn't understand what strength was when I was little. All I wanted was to be like you. Now I understand. And I ain't gonna lose this fight.
I would have to try pretty hard to lose this fight.
Duran, come at me. Strength of the Golden Knight.
Oh. Okay.
Can you master your sword? Take this! Duran, come at me.
Just wanted to kill him with a charge attack. Figured it would be funny to kill him with a charge attack. So that's what I did.
Hold your weapons! Duran is the winner! Well fought, Duran. You have become the strongest swordmaster in the world.
In the world?
Fear not, my son. I cannot linger, for I am no longer of the living world. It is my fate to move on after this, our final match.
But before I go,
You have surpassed
take
me in
my
fighting
mustache.
prowess. What more could a father wish to see from his son? I have no regrets.
Dad.
Prince Richard, I humbly thank you for all that you have done for me. I too welcomed this opportunity. Think nothing of it, Loki, my friend. Until we meet again, Your Highness. Until we meet again. Stay strong, Duran. Take care of Wendy. What better way could a man depart this world than in the arms of his son?
Oh, you call Hero King? So he's the king, but Loki was like his best bud back in the day.
Dad.
So he knows him as Richard. He doesn't realize that he's the Hero King now.
To the winner of the tournament, Duran, we award the legendary treasure of Valsena, the Valor Sphere.
Because it was basically like an image of him trapped in time in a way. He also does a lot of sitting on his throne. He doesn't do anything in this game other than tell you where to go.
Prize looks like it'll fetch a good price. Wait.
Is not that the class item you need?
All right. Now I can finally reach Class 4.
Will he grow a mustache in Class 4? Probably not. Every 5 seconds while using a charge attack. That's kind of dumb, but sure. I guess you could just walk around holding triangle.
Now you found all the class items! Let's go back to Grand Croix!
Grand Croix. What's your favorite flavor of Grand Croix? But yeah, that's basically it. This is the Hero King. The Hero King's name is Richard, and Loki and Richard were like best buds back in the day. So he called him Prince Richard because images trapped in time don't realize that princes become kings.
You have managed with the strength of Class 4. Now that Anis has awakened.
Yeah. I gotta go become Class 4s. Boom, boom, boom. Blah, 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 blah. Hip, 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 hip. Hip, 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 hip. I don't know if I'll actually beat the post-game dungeon with what time I have left to stream, but we'll see how far I can get into it. I guess if I don't do any of the fights, it'd be too bad.
Come on.
Allow me. Do not let easy targets cloud.
Come on.
Great, well,
My potential
that thing
feels
died.
limitless.
It is
No time for this.
You could never.
We cannot delay.
We cannot delay. I didn't hit that on the when I was back last time. Well, my bad.
This enemy will fall.
Retreat!
It's not like it matters that much. A gold item seed. I guess you can't hit it. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Class 4 time.
Who is switching classes?
Who is switching classes?
Try to switch your class.
Vigilante, huh? All enemies attack decrease at the start of battle. Wow, he gets a cooler cloak, maybe. Not really. Wow, so cool. Wow. Why are they giving me tips about Bon Voyage?
Who is switching classes?
Who is switching classes?
Try to switch your class.
Traveling by cannon should have been, yeah. Brynhilder, huh? 35% of CS gauge for random ally when player uses Last Strike? Cool. She somehow put more clothes on, but it seems like less. I don't know how that works. She has more clothes on, but it somehow seems like less. Probably because she doesn't have a giant wolf head on her shoulder anymore. You travel by cannon quite a few times in the original. Or at least I did, but that's because I got lost a lot.
Who is switching classes? Try to switch your class.
Divine Hero. You'll be on max HP and receiving recovery effects. The 30% in battle. Cool. I don't know. I don't think I have very many. I think I have like one trophy left. I think I literally have one trophy left. No, I have more than one. Never mind. I have to learn abilities and stuff. Because I have all this crap. No. Yeah, that's pretty good. Basically, they're just gonna get 53 in what I can. Attack boost all three? Okay. Magic boost all? Oh god. So many things. Attack boost all. Do magic boost all. Reactionary. Special effect 3. 60. 100% more damage to things with status effects. It's kind of broken. Sure. Soon, the only thing that I'll have left to do is to play through the game one final time. Very, very soon. Let's see how far into this dungeon I can get.
This place looks nothing like our world.
We're gonna have our hands full with these things.
Stay focused. This is no time to get distracted by treasure.
Not gonna get any weapons. Nope.
Come on. Don't hold faster if we fight together.
What's that? Money.
The area is clear of threats.
I need money too. That's another one of the trophies that I don't have yet.
We have improved greatly.
So I need money. I better turn on. Yeah, I better. Actually, I should, huh? I have a bunch.
Must be an illusory world made by Annis herself. She constructs it from the memories and subconsciouses of others.
Oh my god.
Well, this witch's efforts are not appreciated.
Take this.
Why did I go this way?
This enemy will fall easily. Save your strength.
And feeble.
We ain't hurting for money. Let's buy some new equipment.
Watch out for the enemy!
Get ready!
You won't have to
Allow me. It is safer to have money on hand.
I haven't seen their level 4s yet.
I This ain't real. How dare you mess with my home?
Give me strength.
Okay. That was cool.
Okay. Feeling confident?
Oh. That was cool too.
Come on.
Wasting time on weaklings.
The area is clear of threats. We have earned a rest.
You could never beat us. Why bother?
Glint, slash. How you like that attack, huh?
I'm gonna I'm just gonna do this.
Be careful! Devastation of Hex's breakdown!
We overpowered the enemy.
More CS for Duran.
Try to get it.
Okay, good. This guy's also dead.
This is talent.
You wish you never
I want to see what this does.
Can you keep up?
Oh,
Nah, this ain't the end.
Jesus. Too bad it's single target.
keep it down.
Devastation of Hex's breakdown!
Reese, you never summon that anywhere close to being a good spot.
Some new equipment. Let's take it out. Before it does more damage.
No time for this.
This will be over quick. You're gonna feel this one!
I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that.
Just take the fight seriously.
First is getting heavy. We should buy stuff to lighten it up.
No. Not buying anything. There's nothing to buy. Duran.
Chances of injury.
Retreat!
I'm not even gonna open chests in here. I'm just trying to get through this. Wow, this guy got lucky.
We ain't hurting for money. Let's buy some new equipment.
Is it even worth it to fight such a weak enemy?
Weaken the enemy!
We overpowered the enemy.
We're wasting time on
I
weaklings.
can't run from this one. Okay, well, get over here.
Feel this one.
Wow, I walked into that. Oh, that's not it, huh?
That one was on me.
You won't have your way. I will not.
Oh my god. Your summon is weird, Reese. It's weird that it's around you and not the enemy that you target. Well,
This is my fight.
kill these things. Captain Duck.
Got a lot saved up. What do I use it on?
Game? Jesus.
This battle should be over quickly.
You won't have your way.
We ain't hurting for money. Let's buy some new equipment.
Watch out! Time for retreat.
This battle should be over quickly.
That's what I'm really made of.
Almost leveled up again.
Curses. I don't want to see Navarre like this. Even if it is an illusion.
Get ready.
I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Out of my way before I break you. Don't hold back.
Who leveled up? Oh, I think Duran did. Actually, I think everybody did.
Is it over?
Yeah, everybody did.
Let's take it out.
Time for this.
Let's take it out. Before it does more damage.
Devastation of Hudson struck down.
This battle should be over quickly.
You won't have your way.
Not too bad, if I do say so myself.
The cactus thing is so broken.
This is my fight. No need to trouble yourselves.
This is getting heavy. We should buy stuff to lighten the load.
I like how broken this game can get. Just like, you basically just turn this game, you basically tri-ace this game. Everything's just broken and you're unkillable. I don't know, we'll see how much further I can get in 5 minutes.
wise to get in our way.
Aid me now!
What are you doing over there, Reese? Wombo combo now.
Amazing. I feel so powerful.
Wow. Wow. Up.
All right, don't all clear your way. Leave it to me. Must have taken out all the enemies nearby.
Yay, winner. Going this way.
Let's clean this up and be on our way.
Time for retreat!
Can I make it to another save point?
Get out of my way before I break you.
We should continue on our journey as planned.
I'll take point and leave the rear to you.
We ain't hurting for money. Let's buy some new equipment.
Well, I sure can. I can even make it to the shortcut path. Nice. Alright. So I only have I think I have 2 trophies left to get now. And then I'm done with this game. Entirely. Let me check real quick. Yeah, 92%. I've done all of these. So there's 3 trophies left. I need 500,000 lucre. I need to beat Angela/Durian's final boss. And then I need to beat or learn. Oh, that's the final boss one. Then the other one is learn every ability on one character. Yep, there we go. So those are the 3 trophies left. It's probably gonna be Duran's gonna be the one to get all the abilities. He needs 19, not even 16, 17 points. But yeah, that's probably what I'll work on tomorrow.